Michael and Austin Football Pod, third installation. We're here, October 30th. It's a Thursday. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get ready for some Thursday night football after a great past weekend of football we just had.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been awesome just coming here talking football. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in to watch this, and it's just been exciting to do.
Absolutely. So just getting right into our last week's college football picks. We went about 50% here. So starting off, UCLA, Indiana. We did pick Indiana, but we picked UCLA to cover. A little bit rough there.
Yeah.
I thought Jerry Neuheisel in that offense would get a little bit more going than they did.
Yeah.
Did not happen.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought the UCLA offense was going to come in hot, rolling off 3 straight wins. I thought the defense, too, could have gave Indiana some trouble, but Mendoza's that guy.
Yeah.
And
reason why he's in the Heisman race.
Yeah.
So we gave ourselves a half a point there, basically, because we picked Indiana, but UCLA cover.
Yeah.
We both did straight up pick Ole Miss. Hotty toddy. How about them boys going in there to Oklahoma? Lane Kiffin, first top 10 win on the road.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. The OU boys showed a lot of resiliency, staying in it until the end. And a healthy John Mateer is going to be a scary John Mateer for anybody coming up, later in the season.
Yeah, healthy John Mateer will really help, but that's the problem is how much healthier can he get? Like we saw the same thing last year with Curtis Rourke from Indiana when he was a monster before his injury to his hand.
Yeah.
And with John Mateer, I think it's the same thing. Like I don't know how much farther he can really push himself.
And it's tough for him to, continue to recover with how much of a mobile quarterback he is. He takes a lot of hits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really don't know how much healthier he'll get. But if he can settle in and find some way to keep that hand on the recovery train, that should be good for him. Lane Kiffin, just a quick note. No reason to be talking crap to players after the game.
Yeah, it's a tough look for sure.
Don't need to concern yourself with that. But I mean, I imagine he was pretty hyped up. First top 10 win on the road as a head coach.
Yeah, first top 10 win and against what was supposed to be a great Sooners defense. They kind of exposed OU there.
Yeah. Brent Venables didn't have any answers for that Ole Miss passing and rushing attack. Kejuan Lacey had a pretty good game.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
On the ground.
And then obviously Chambliss still doing Chambliss things.
Yeah.
So that was huge. Moving into Bama, South Carolina. I picked Bama with an SC cover. You took Bama plus points.
Yep.
I am glad I took that SC cover.
Great job by you.
They give us trouble for some reason every year.
Yeah.
More specifically, the past couple of years. Last year, it was kind of another thriller where they recovered that onside and they had a chance to win it late. And Damani Jackson comes up with a late pick last year to seal the game. This year, we seal it on the offensive side with Jeremy Renard coming around the edge, tiptoeing on the sideline for that late touchdown.
Yeah. No, it was scary to watch for sure. But this is a game where SC had nothing to lose, and Bama coming off 4 games, first top 20 opponents. I should have seen this coming, and shame on me for not. But I told you last week, I said, Bama's got to run the ball efficiently. That didn't happen
again.
They
did
not. Our top receiving was Hill. So that's kind of not a problem, but you'd like to see either Ryan Williams or Jeremy Bernard up there.
I will say I was super impressed with Daniel Hill's performance. I mean, whenever he was getting the ball, it seemed like they were really trusting him in clutch scenarios where we needed to come up with yards. And time again, he was coming up with those yards.
Yeah.
So good on him. Ryan Williams honestly didn't have a bad game, but everybody's talking about his drops again because he did have a couple key drops in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it sucks that it's starting to become a storyline because I think that just gets in his head more and makes him think about it more. And I mean, he's a hell of a player. He's going to continue to be a hell of a player. He's just got to get that figured out.
Yeah, I completely agree. And
Lenore Sellers had a great game.
yeah, he had a good game minus that interception, which wasn't really his fault.
Yeah.
Tipped off the hands of the running back, fell right into cornerback's hand, and he took it to the house for a touchdown, which was
interception. And then I believe he had that fumble as well.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not necessarily careless with the ball. That was a strip, just a good strip by the defense. And then the other one, that pick, not necessarily his fault. So, but I think that is an indicator that Bama can go in to an away crowd, play the worst game that they've played, arguably, other than Florida State, and have SC play probably their best game, and still come out with a win. That is, that's one of those things where we were talking about it last week or the week before, where there are certain teams where you can look at it, glass half empty or glass half full. Either this is a team that consistently finds ways to win, or this is a team that consistently puts themselves in situations where they can lose. And me, I'm a Bama fan, obviously, so I like to look at it as this is a team that continues to find ways to win.
Yep. State's 5-0 in SEC, and yeah, it's a great win. I want to give a shout out to Bray Hubbard.
Yeah,
that dude's he's a gamer. He's all over the field making plays, and it's fun watching him play.
Yeah, all year. I mean, and there was Kay Womack, the defensive coordinator, said a pretty crazy quote to me. I thought was he might be the best player on Bama offense or defense. Like he's that good. He's that much of a player. So obviously high praise there from Kay Womack.
Yeah.
So moving into Vandy Mizzou. Mizzou at Vandy. Vandy was favored by 2.5. We both picked Mizzou straight up. So I didn't think that the home crowd would be as much of a effect, and it really wasn't still. No. I don't know if you looked in the stands. Mizzou bought out quite a few of those seats. And, Ahmad Hardy didn't have much of an effect.
Yeah.
And it was tough sledding for Mizzou, especially losing Pribbs.
Yeah, after they lost Bo there, it was a very tough scene to watch too. Hopefully he has a good recovery. Yeah. But I just said Diego Pavia, if you kept him contained, that Mizzou would have a chance to win. And obviously with the stats, he was 10 for 19, an interception, only 129 yards through the air. And that kept them in the game, and I thought they could pull it off, but unfortunately they were not able to. And yeah, Ahmad Hardy just hasn't been the same running back since the beginning of the season, which is unfortunate to see.
Which I've got more notes on this one later, but we'll move on to A&M LSU. We both had A&M coming out there plus points, so good on us for knowing that A&M would absolutely steamroll LSU and cause the firing of head coach Brian Kelly.
Yep, Brian Kelly, the next coach gone. I was on my way home from work. I was listening, and we're at $170 million in coach buyout this year. We're not even into November yet. That's a lot of money.
That's insanity.
It is insanity.
I mean, that coach carousel is really starting to ramp up. There's a lot of spots open, and there's more opening, and I don't think that this will be the last one that we see.
Oh, no. You still got Mike Norvell on the hot seat as well. Vanderbilt's coach could be on the move as well. Yep. So Missouri's coach, he could be on the move as well.
Drinkowitz is one of the top contenders for that Florida job.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Florida and Florida fans, worldwide really are looking for Lane. Yeah. Everybody's looking for Lane. He is the hot name in the market, and I don't think he's leaving Ole Miss.
What I'm interested in is Sark has expressed interest in leaving for the NFL as well. So now the Texas job becomes
and that would be a highly sought after job as well. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty recent thing that he said.
Yeah. Illinois, Washington. We both picked Illinois straight up. I don't even want to talk about that one. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Michigan State, little in-state rivalry. I picked Michigan with a Michigan State cover. You picked Michigan plus points. So I gave you a half a point there. I got a full point. They were favored by 14.5. Michigan was. So Michigan State did end up covering the spread. So, good on them.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood playing good.
Yeah. Not his best game, but obviously when you have Justice Haynes.
Yeah. Former
really,
Bama running back.
Yeah, former Bama running back. You don't need to be great when you have him.
Yeah.
But they stay alive in Big Ten play, and they're back up in top 25. So
yeah,
good on them.
Absolutely. BYU, Iowa State, Bear Bachmeier. I can't say enough about him. He's such a great player, and goes out there and gets the job done.
Yeah, Bear Bachmeier is really fun to watch, and this was a good game at first. I think Iowa State was actually winning, and this is another team that just had nothing to lose as well, so they were giving BYU anything they had. And
what's that quarterback over there at Iowa State? Is that Rocco Becht?
Yeah.
Okay. How did he play?
He 311 yards, a touchdown in the air, and let me see if I had any on the ground. Nah, not on the ground. So
211 and a touchdown.
311.
311 and a touchdown. Okay, so good game.
He did throw 3 interceptions though.
Oh,
so yeah, that's
okay. Well, I take it back. I mean, not the greatest
game. Not the
game.
greatest game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Still a good player. I think I like him. Rocco Becht, he's got a lot of heart, and he's a hardworking quarterback. So,
yeah,
I mean, gotta love that. Moving into Texas, surviving another overtime thriller. This time with Mississippi State. I took Mississippi State. You took Texas with a Mississippi State cover. Good on you for knowing that. That is, that game shocked me. And Texas was up big for a while. And Mississippi State kind of surged back.
You had it backwards. Mississippi State was up big.
Sorry. Yep. My
Texas
apologies.
Came with a 24-point fourth quarter comeback to send it to overtime.
Huge.
Yeah. And then obviously they end up winning it in OT. And yeah, this was a great game by Arch Manning, actually. 3 touchdowns, 346 yards passing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Mississippi State offense is always hard to stop, though, for anyone. Like, they're just an air raid offense. Blake Shapen had a monster game, 4 touchdowns, 381 yards.
God, what a player.
Yeah, I think the only thing with Texas is their running game right now is.
Well, and I'll tell you, Niblett keeps coming up huge on these punt and kick returns.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, he's been an X factor for them past couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he just popped up as a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah,
so
that was huge. Houston, Arizona State. We both picked Arizona State with a Houston cover, so no points for us there. But I mean, Houston 7.5-point dogs, and they went in there and kind of whooped up on.
Yeah, whooped up. They didn't allow
State.
us. I mean, this game was 24-0 going to the fourth quarter in favor of Houston, and Arizona State just gets some late touchdowns, poverty touchdowns, pretty much to make the game closer. But
not a lot to talk about on that one.
Yeah.
So moving into last week's NFL slate, interesting. I mean, if you give us our half points here, we also kind of went exactly 500 here. Starting off, we had Chargers Vikings. I picked Chargers plus points. So did you. That came true. The Vikings just couldn't get anything going on offense with a injured Carson Wentz. He is, hometown kid. That was the team he grew up rooting for. Wanted to go get a win at home. And, his shoulder just wouldn't let him do it. He was obviously hurting that whole game. It was so easy to see.
Yeah, and good on the Chargers for being able to slow down the Vikings running game too, and making Carson Wentz have to beat him. And they just got all over Carson Wentz, and it was a great game by the Chargers as a whole. There wasn't one thing they did wrong.
No, just put together a complete game. And once again, Aronde Gatson.
Oh yeah,
He's the real deal.
yeah. Unfortunately, I sat him on my bench this week, and little did I know Jake Furgerson would drop a 0 banger for me. We'll talk about that later, but
Rough.
this is a great game by Vidal too.
Yeah. Kamani Vidal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What a great game.
Great running back. I mean, somebody that nobody really thought would be as good as he is. They picked him up out of Troy in, I believe, the 5th round.
Yeah.
And
he's filled it nicely with the injury of Hampton.
Absolutely. He reminds me a lot of, those of you that remember Broncos 2016 Super Bowl. We had a running back, CJ Anderson, just like a smaller guy, but a ball of muscle. I mean, absolutely super strong, super hard runner, but also kind of had breakaway speed. And Vidal really reminds me of him. He's a great player.
Yeah, and that'll be a scary backfield duo whenever Hampton does come back too.
Yeah.
So let's not forget about Hampton.
Yeah, a little shifty back, and then another back that, I mean, Vidal is pretty shifty, but I mean he can also run dudes over. Not saying Omarion Hampton can't, but yeah, and another little bit of a storyline in this one. I mean, still Quentin Johnston continuing that kind of quiet streak. He's really not been doing a lot for the last little bit. It's surprising.
Yeah, I wouldn't find that surprising with Gadsden's breakthrough. Obviously, Johnston is still a great red zone threat, and I believe that's how he's going to be used for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
it's just a big red zone threat.
Yeah, he's great with those little back shoulder fades.
Yeah.
So, all right, I feel comfortable moving on from this one. Yeah. After that, we got Dolphins Falcons. We both picked Falcons plus points after they've been playing so well for the season so far. Also, this one, I did not know going into this that they were going to be starting Kirk. That might have changed my opinion a little bit.
Yeah, I think after we filmed our last episode, the breakthrough came in, or the breaking news came in that Kirk Cousins was going to be starting. I still was very high on the Falcons here, like with Cousins starting. I thought nothing would have changed in their performance, but
I'd say if I would have known that, I probably would not have gone Falcons plus points. I probably would have gone Falcons with the Dolphins cover.
I probably would have not picked Falcons plus points, or I would have took the Dolphins to cover, but
yeah,
I didn't expect the Dolphins offense to.
I mean, Tua was on.
20, like he was 26 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And his did you hear about his eyes too?
Eye was swollen shut kind of, and then this is, I mean, I don't know if this really matters much, but first game in his NFL career wearing a visor.
Oh,
he changed that up. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he's got a little bit of a Jameis Winston situation going on there. He's blind.
He needs to play blindfolded every game now.
He might have to.
But yeah, great game by the Dolphins here, and Jalen Waddle as well.
Yeah, good game by their defense too. Their defense finally put together like a good game, a good outing.
Yeah,
and Achane and Ollie Gordon both had good games.
It's good to see Ollie starting to kind of break in through the offense. Yeah. I had him in fantasy, and he's at my bench for a while, and I saw he wasn't really doing anything, so eventually I had to drop him. But
I don't know if I, am just delusional or something, but Ollie Gordon is a lot bigger than I thought. Like when he was at Oklahoma State, and then when he finally moved, or not Oklahoma State, when he was with Oklahoma. No,
you're right.
Oklahoma State. Yeah. When he was with Oklahoma State, and then when he eventually went to Ohio State, I did not really see him being that kind of a back. But seeing him in this game, he just looked stout. He was running dudes over. He was breaking through contact. He was doing a lot.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with his performance, and also impressed with his size.
I could be wrong. I don't know if Ollie Gordon played at Ohio State.
I thought that he hit the transfer portal from.
No, I think he stayed at Oklahoma State for his whole career. Let's be, he was only at Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. I must have. This is going to take us off track a little bit. The Ohio State running backs last year, you had Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins.
Right.
Where was Judkins? Somewhere else? Because I thought that I thought that they had one of their backs was a transfer portal back.
It might have been him.
Okay.
Yeah. Junkins came from Ole Miss.
Okay.
That's right. That is correct.
Okay. I was
Junkins
mixing up those two, I guess, but that but either way, I mean, like we just said, good performance all around by the Dolphins, and they got out there and got the job done. I mean, at this point, they would have to win out to find themselves in a spot where they might make the playoffs, and even then, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
But they can still put together a solid season. So if they go out there and play their hearts out and win out, or at least win most of their games, they could finish above 500. So obviously that's not what you want going into a season, but if you have to settle for that, then I'd rather have that than what the Jets are going through right now, or what the Titans are going through right now, or some of those teams. And talking about the Jets, moving on to our next one, Jets Bengals. You picked Bengals plus points. I picked Bengals with a Jets cover. There was a sneaky feeling I had that they would be able to put up some points. Obviously, I didn't pick them, but I'm glad that take aged well. I felt like Justin Fields, especially coming off of being bashed by his owner, might step it up a little bit, and I feel like he did.
He did. And yeah, I mean, this game looked like it was the Bengals for the taking, and then thankfully Breece Hall actually was the freaking player of the game, and 133 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and then he had a
passing touchdown as well.
Great day in fantasy.
Which I'll touch on that a little bit later, but Flacco still looking good. I really, and I mean, once again, I have more notes on this later. We can talk about all this, but I mean, Jets played a hell of a game. Aaron Glenn, congratulations on your first one as a head coach. All those guys went out there and fought super hard. They looked like a team that was 0-7. They looked like they were out there, giving it their all. Like every play looked like an effort play on their side. It was very impressive. So,
and you got to be happy if you're a Jamar Chase owner, seeing all the receptions and targets he's getting as well. And I want to give a shout out to the Jets line. They didn't even give up a sack in this game either.
Yeah, and that's also in part due to the masterful scrambling performance this week by Justin Fields. Justin Fields, he had a 2-point conversion that was like a pretty miraculous scramble, and then I can't remember if he had a touchdown that was also a pretty good scramble, but just overall he was evading pressure, at a very high level. So that's good for him. Moving on, and before we move on, Chase Brown had another good week. Too. So
and some JP Ryan.
And some JP Ryan,
94 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great game by him.
And then moving on to Browns Pats. We both took Pats plus points, so full hit there. Man, I'm starting to really believe in Drake May.
Yeah, that was a exciting game to watch. Even with Myles Garrett, 5 sacks.
Franchise record.
Yeah, franchise record. He comes back and just throws 3 touchdowns, goes 18 for 24, 282 yards. Did
he have a couple picks?
He had the one pick at the beginning of the game, but
and then Myles Garrett coming back into that press conference and saying that he would trade that full performance for a win there.
Yeah.
He is starting to really frustrate me because he is one of these guys that will go into the off season, when it's time for his contract to be up, and ask for the world when it comes to money, and he's worth it. However, if he is really concerned about winning, either go to another team or don't drain the entire funds of the Cleveland Browns organization. Because all these guys, they talk about wanting to be on a winning team. I want to be on a winning team. And then go ask for, a $20 million raise. And it's like, dude, you're taking up so much of the cap. Your team doesn't have the ability to go and get the players that you need to win ball games. When you look at their offense, it's very clear. Their number one weapon right now is Judkins.
Yeah.
That's their number one weapon. Jerry Jeudy is good. Don't get me wrong. So is Njoku. So is Fannin. Fannin is kind of turning into that boy.
He is.
But really looking at it, their O-line is not great.
No.
Their defense is good because of two players. It's because of Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Other than that, they don't have stars all over the field. And it's because of that giant salary that he is taking in on a yearly basis. He is taking up so much of their cap. So I'm tired of hearing him complain about not getting wins. He is putting up these great performances. They are paying him loads of money. Go to a different team or take a pay cut.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. This is a guy that had all offseason to go to a contender, but some people just want to chase the money, and that's where we're at right now. And
also, how about Keyshawn Booty?
Yeah.
What a game! Also, what a name, Keyshawn Booty. Yeah, that's that boy.
Yeah, averaging 25 yards a catch, and a touchdown.
Yeah,
and Shedeur Sanders might be close to getting his start, like we were talking about last episode as well. Dylan Gabriel had 2 interceptions this game. But to be fair, give him some grace. This is a Patriots team that, this Patriots team just always gives trouble to rookie quarterbacks. Talking about Mike Vrabel, a strong defensive-minded coach. So he still had 2 passing touchdowns as well. So I'm not fully ready to hop off the Gabriel train yet. But
I think that
you are.
The end zone intentional grounding that turned into a safety was a bonehead play by him. And yes, that's a rookie play.
Yeah.
And a lot of these rookies, though, that we're talking about might have 1 or 2 of these rookie plays, and then they clean it up. With him, it seems to be every week that he's making these rookie plays. And some of it, I truly do think some of like his picks and stuff like that are due to, and I hate to say this, but are due to his body size. And also the fact that he has not figured out his passing lanes yet. He seems like he is getting balls batted down at a higher rate than most of the rest of the league. He's throwing picks, at a pretty high rate. And I just don't think he's seeing the field well. He's not seeing in between the tackles well. Like that's not, he's not doing that well. So I don't like him. You know that. I've shared my thoughts on that.
Yeah, so. It's hard to judge any Browns quarterbacks also for me, because look at what Baker's done since he's been away from the Browns. So I'm not fully ready to hop off the Gabriel train yet. But
Baker did lead them to the playoffs, though.
He did. First rookie year, monster rookie year he had.
Moving on, we got Giants Philly. So Philly favored by 7.5. I took Giants straight up. You took Eagles with a Giants cover. So I gave you 0.5 point there because Giants did not cover. But Eagles come out with a win, bounce back win, or not bounce back win, but just good win in general.
Yeah, and it's a great game all around for the Eagles. I think the Giants would have made this game very close and entertaining if it wasn't for Cam Scatterbo.
Yes,
unfortunate injury, and another guy that I hope has a quick recovery and can bounce back next year.
And obviously that injury has an effect on personnel.
Yes.
However, I also think that it had an emotional damage to their game, because you got to think about, these guys have been watching him play at such a high caliber, and then his 3 touchdown game.
That guy was so much passion.
Yeah, guy with so much passion, huge locker room guy.
Yeah.
And then now out for the season, most likely.
Yeah.
Everybody that saw the injury knows that's. I bet he's not coming back from that. That's huge. You saw Jackson Dart in the backfield once he saw the injury, obviously kind of freaking out, which I would too. Even just seeing that, that was not fun to see. So I think that had a kind of a moral and an emotional effect on the team as a whole, and they didn't really fight back after that. So
Um, yeah, Jalen Hurts with another masterful game, 4 passing touchdowns. Two by Goddard. Shout out to him for
yeah,
those two on tight ends day.
yeah, absolutely.
Saquon with another with the finally having a monster game running. On just 14 carries, he goes for 150 yards and a touchdown. I think a big play we need to talk about here though is that tush
Fumble.
push fumble.
Yeah, I mean it should have been a call to a fumble.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. That's because it was. His knee was off the ground.
Yeah.
His knees had not touched the ground, and I do not think forward momentum had completely stopped.
I don't think so either.
So, obviously, this has been huge conversation in the sporting world. How refs don't really know how to officiate the tush push. So, in that case, and I was watching this on Pat McAfee. He brought up a very good point. If it is going to be based on when forward momentum stops, when you look at that play, every single time, momentum stops immediately.
Yeah.
It's that second push. That's the reason why it's called the tush push.
Right.
The initial momentum usually doesn't do much. It's when those players come in from the back and start actually, getting leverage. That's when you start seeing that forward momentum. So if we're going to officiate it as if forward momentum is the indicator, then that should be a loss of 1 every single time.
Yeah.
But it's not. And that was just a great play by, I think it was Burns that forced the fumble.
Burns,
yeah. So great play by Burns to force the fumble, and horrible, horrible call by the refs. Horrible job by New York also for not, correcting that call in real time. Because you saw the replay. Everybody has seen the replay. That's a fumble. So
yeah, definitely be a big topic of discussion for the off season.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than that, but I doubt that nothing will change till off season comes around.
Yeah. So moving on from there, you got Bills Panthers. We did take Bills plus points here. So
smash that.
Absolutely steamrolled the Panthers, and I think that James Cook is quite possibly the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, James Cook for
216 yards.
Yeah.
And is that scrimmage yards or rushing?
That was just rushing.
Yeah, if you add in his passing yards, I don't think he had too many catches.
Yeah, this wasn't really a game that no one really was a big receiving game.
Yeah.
He actually didn't even have a receiving, so all 216 yards on the ground.
But
11.4 yards a carry.
I mean, that's insanity.
Yeah.
When you give up 216 yards to a single player, you're going to lose that game.
Yeah.
And so, great job by James Cook. I think that he is really emerging as probably the premier back in the NFL, just because of his talent in the receiving game as well as his ability to rush. He reminds me in the run game. He reminds me a lot of oh my goodness, Steelers Le'Veon Bell. He reminds me of Le'Veon Bell because of how patient he runs.
Yeah.
He runs very patient, waits for his blocks, finds the open lane. His ball carrier vision is second to none in the league, I believe, right now. So if you give that guy the physical abilities of Bijan Robinson, I mean, he would be going for 300 a game.
Absolutely. Yeah, not much else really needs to be said about this game.
Yeah, no.
AFC East is exciting to watch, though, with the Patriots and Bills battling out.
Absolutely.
At the top.
Bears Ravens. I took Bears straight up. You took Ravens with a Bears cover, so I gave you half of a point there. Ravens were favored by 6.5, so you got the Ravens, but not the Bears cover. Ravens looked like a different team, and I think it is 100% due to the personnel switch from Cooper Rush to Snoop Huntley. Yeah. But Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley. But
I never heard that nickname.
Yeah, it's a good nickname.
It is a good nickname.
But so Snoop Huntley comes in there, and it was very apparent to me immediately that offense is predicated around the fact that you need to have a mobile quarterback. Absolutely. Not only a mobile quarterback, but a highly mobile quarterback. Because if you do not have the triple threat of Lamar Jackson, you need something to supplement that. And Snoop Huntley is exactly that. He is, no disrespect to him, but he is great value Lamar Jackson. He is very fast.
Yeah.
He's agile, and I don't think he quite has the passing ability of Lamar.
Yeah.
But he put together a hell of a game.
He did. Yeah, not a bad game by any means. 186 yards passing and a passing touchdown. But yeah, like we were also discussing last episode was those just quarterbacks who are not meant for an offense, and Cooper Rush was not that guy for the Ravens. So
yeah,
this Ravens are in a little bit of trouble though because of the Lamar Jackson situation. I thought he was everyone thought he was coming back for this game.
Yeah.
Till all of a sudden, last minute, they roll him out.
Which I do believe he'll be back for the next game.
He will be. He will be back for tonight, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, versus the Dolphins, which we'll discuss later. But yeah, they're facing a little bit of trouble there with how they handled that situation. So that'll be interesting to watch. But
yeah, you're talking about when they listed him.
Yeah.
And also the severity of his injury and his participation in practice.
Right.
Yeah, he was so for those of you that don't know, he was listed as a full participant in the Friday practice prior to that. So Friday practice, he was a full participant. So if you are a full participant in practice, why are you not playing in the game?
Exactly.
And obviously, yes, they are still a team that could make the postseason. And if they do, you want him to be healthy. However, especially with all the gambling things that have come out, teams need to be very, very careful about how they are listing players, especially regarding injury, because the whole scandal in the NFL was regarding that.
Yes.
So you cannot just go and literally the next week mess with the injury listings on your team. That's not okay. So, and I really don't think that there was anything, malintended there. I think that was genuinely probably just a error on their side.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But I mean,
Yeah, let's talk about Ravens are the AFC North is completely wide open right now with another Pittsburgh loss, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, completely wide open for the AFC North.
And then on the Bears side of the ball, I don't think it was a horrible performance.
No, it was a great game by an injury-riddled Ravens defense.
Yeah, and one of those interceptions was completely avoidable. Caleb Williams threw a ball. He was deep in his own end and threw a ball that was kind of just a floater, and it was up there for the taking. Obviously, we're talking about this game differently if his receiver does come up with that catch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was just a bad ball by Caleb. Poor decision, which he has not made a lot of those this year.
No,
so I'm not,
he's had a great sophomore year.
Yeah. So I'm not harping on him, but that's something you can't have when you're backed up in your own end. At least get your team to fourth down so that you can, put your defense in a better position to be able to defend. Because when the Ravens, with Derrick Henry, with Zay Flowers, with also Tyler Huntley in there, when you've got all those threats and they get to start their possession at the 30, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So moving on, we got Niners, Texans. We both took Niners straight up, and CJ Stroud came out there and showed why they were the favorites.
Is he back? Is CJ Stroud back?
I don't think he ever regressed. The more that I'm looking at it, I truly do not think he ever regressed. And I'll tell you this. So currently this season,
shout out C4.
Currently this season, the time from snap to pressure for the Texans has been the lowest in the league.
Yeah.
He has zero time. He's got to get that ball out so quick. I think that they're pretty close there with the Titans. I think that the Titans are also pretty quick as far as snap to QB pressure.
Yeah, it's been a problem for the Texans O-line since Stroud has been there.
Yeah.
There's been just no time to throw the football.
Which this year, that Texans defense is, on fire.
Yeah.
You've got, guys out there, specifically this game, former Alabama player Will Anderson was having a phenomenal game. He was in Mac Jones' face the whole game. Overall great performance by the Texans defense. But first, complete performance by the Texans as a team.
Yeah, and I love being able to come back from a take I made the previous week, and I said D'Amico Ryan's defense is very good, and I think it felt good for him to be able to dismantle this 49ers offense
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Christian McCaffrey in general.
Yeah.
Holding him to 25 rushing yards.
Yeah.
So great game by the Texans. And
good game by Kittle.
Yeah.
Kittle and Tonjes both got a touchdown, both of their tight ends. So another combination there on National Tight Ends Day.
Yeah.
So pretty awesome there. Other than that, there's not much to say about this game. The Texans came in there and dominated. I will say the Texans rookie out of USC, their running back,
Woody Marks.
Yep. What a game by him.
Yeah.
He had 2 explosive plays. One of them, I believe, was a 46 yard or something like that gasher where he got down the right sideline and just had nothing but green grass ahead of him. And then the other one was a inside zone run that he bounced to the outside and made something of that too. So good on him. And
I hope the Texans moving forward decide to give more snaps to Woody Marks, because I think he should be getting more snaps than Nick Chubb, in my opinion.
They have a player, Xavier Hutchinson.
Yeah, congrats to him. He had a great game. He had a touchdown on 69 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good game for him. And then also their other receiver,
their rookie, Jaden Higgins, also gets a touchdown.
Yep, Jaden Higgins.
Both out of good. Iowa State, too.
Yes. And then Braxton Berrios, which I did not know he was on their roster. He had a pretty good game. There were multiple third downs where they looked directly at him and said, you know what, hey, we're going to give the ball to you, get us some yards after the catch, and convert us here. And he did every time.
Holding all 5 of their target that he received.
Braxton Berrios, underrated slot receiver. Absolutely. He is.
It came from that Patriots offense where you got to pride yourself on being a good slot receiver. Learning behind Julian Edelman probably helped a lot.
And he was such a weapon on the Dolphins too.
He was.
So I mean, it's no surprise to me that he had a good game. I just didn't even know that he was on that Texans roster.
Either. That was new to me.
Moving into Buccaneers Saints, we both took Bucs plus points. They were 3.5 point favorites, which I mean, I think they should have been 2 score favorites going into that.
Yeah, and the only thing that I'm worried about is the Buccaneers offense has kind of fallen flat these last couple weeks. They're not the same offense that they were at the beginning. And maybe I'm just saying that because Emeka Egbuka is not performing well fantasy for me.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do got to take out the fantasy aspect. But
I think really this was a win off the backs of that Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, their Bucs defense was.
You got 2 interceptions by
just one interception.
Antoine Winfield.
It's just 1 interception thrown by. Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't know Tyler Shuck came in.
Yeah. So 2 interceptions for Antoine Winfield, picked off both quarterbacks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 1 interception by Winfield and then 1 by Anthony Nelson.
Okay, my apologies, Anthony Nelson. Give you your credit where it's due. But Antoine Winfield just had a great game, multiple pass breakups, got himself an interception. Both defenses were honestly playing phenomenal in the first half. It was pretty close by the end of the first half, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it was 7-3 going into half.
So 7-3 going into half.
Bucs run away with it.
And then, Buccaneers just go in there and run away with it. I think at this point, I do have to say I think Chase McLaughlin is the best kicker in the NFL currently.
Yeah.
He was 3 for 3 beyond 50 in this game. He hit from 54, 56, and
55.
Yeah. So, I mean, what a game.
Yeah.
Just good kicker, and he's been super consistent all season. So, good there.
Yeah.
Also, Spencer Rattler cannot handle the ball.
Nope.
He is so reckless with it.
It's Tyler Shuck season now.
Yeah.
He will be the starting quarterback.
Which, looking at that, I was not super mad at his performance.
No, not at all.
Obviously, he was coming into a losing football game, so that's tough for any quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they finally made the decision to sit Spencer Rattler, because that 5-yard pick six that he threw, what was he doing?
Yeah.
I get it. Sometimes these quarterbacks try to fit it in tight windows and zip it over a DN's head because they don't have the same ball skills as a linebacker or a corner, so
Right.
they're probably not going to throw those hands up and grab it. But that doesn't mean you need to be doing it on your own end line.
Right.
So for him to throw that right there and then get trucked and have the DN walk in for a easy pick six touchdown, I mean, you can't have that happen. So I'm good on that one. Are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Moving into Broncos, Cowboys. Cowboys coming to Denver. Broncos 3.5-point favorites. We both took Broncos with a Cowboy cover. That certainly did not come true. And that is, I mean, this game, I had faith that my Broncos would come out with a win, mostly because of that defense. However, the offense went in there and proved me wrong. I mean, Bo Nix, RJ Harvey, Cortland Sutton.
Let's talk about, before we get to Cortland Sutton, this was Troy Franklin's game.
Yes.
I started him in fantasy, and I did not regret it.
Yeah.
Talking about 2 touchdowns, 89 yards receiving.
Yep.
A monster game by him. And, yeah, Bo Nix is starting to look like the quarterback I was hoping for at the beginning, or from the beginning of the season.
And then our rookie wide receiver, can you give me a name real quick? I'm blanking on it, but he had his first career touchdown, so congrats to him.
It was that was a great catch by him.
Amazing catch. Pat Bryant, out of Illinois or Syracuse?
I think it was Syracuse. No, it was Illinois.
Okay, Pat Bryant out of Illinois. Beautiful back corner of the end zone, back left corner of the end zone. Also, great pass by Bo Nix. There was nobody getting to that ball other than his receiver. So good stuff there. 3 touchdown game by RJ Harvey, and just great performance for him. Also a rookie.
This is a Broncos team that is going to be very scary to play down the stretch. And for the Cowboys, I thought that I knew this would be a high scoring game, 68 points total. But an ugly game by Dak Prescott, though. 2 interceptions. Just couldn't do anything.
You can't put that. I mean, you can put it all on Dak because it is Dak's fault. However, he is going up against the best defense in the league, best secondary in the league. Super sad to see Pat Surtain go out at the half with a pectoral injury. Hopefully it's not too serious and he is able to return in a couple weeks. We'd like to have him back, obviously reigning defensive player of the year. But really, really good job by Riley Moss going out there and playing a full 4 quarters of high quality snaps. He had a couple costly pass interference penalties in the end zone at one point on George Pickens, which, hey, George Pickens thought that he was just the greatest wide receiver in the world. And, you can't cover me without a pass interference call. Well, he did interfere. And also, let me see George Pickens' stats because I don't think they were that great.
7 receptions for 78 yards. So,
all right, dude. Real cool.
Yeah.
Real cool guy.
Yeah, just great job by Denver in general. Their O-line, no sacks allowed on Bo Nix too. So,
and our D-line was kind of putting together a show there.
I know I think their sack leader only had 1 sack, but let me look and see how they performed, see how much pass rush they got, or QB hits, I should say.
Yeah. Which also, another note on that while he's looking this up. A note that I heard from J.J. Watt. So he went on Pat McAfee pretty recently and spoke about QB pressures and that stat and how useless it is. Because when you really look at it, there's no consistent measurement across analytics collectors for what a QB pressure is. Some people do it based off of proximity to the QB. Some of them, it's like, okay, if you get within 5 feet of the quarterback, that's a pressure, which I honestly think that's a pretty good way of measuring it. Because if you're getting that close, obviously you're putting pressure on the quarterback. But some of them measure it by, if you move the quarterback off his spot, that's a pressure. Some people measure it by errant throws. So like there's different stuff, and I don't think it's a great stat as a whole. However, QB hits and sacks, those are two that they don't lie. If you get to the
Yeah.
quarterback and you touch them, then obviously you were doing something right.
And you got 12 QB hits
Oof.
total for this game compared to Broncos just having 2 total.
Yeah, that's great. Great performance all around by the Broncos.
Yeah.
Very complete game by them.
Very complete.
Now we can move on to Titans Colts. Colts 13.5-point favorites. We took Colts plus points, so there's a full point for us there. And yeah, Colts went in and steamrolled them.
Really much to say. Just Jonathan Taylor should be up there for MVP in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. That tiptoeing the sideline touchdown that he had was, incredible.
Yeah.
Josh Downs had a good game. Michael Pittman had a good game. The Michael Pittman, he had 2 miraculous catches. The one that's getting all the highlights is that one where he kind of wrapped it in with the corner's arm. But there was another one where he bobbled a ball, tipped it up in the air like a kind of a volleyball hit, and then came back down with it. So, he's just consistently out there showing off his phenomenal ball skills.
Yeah.
Pause. But Colts doing what the Colts are doing this season.
Yeah,
Tyler Warren went out there and played a good game. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, 3 total touchdowns in 3 straight games. So huge for him.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones still playing a very high caliber of offense. Titans still giving up so much pressure to Cam Ward. He has no time to do anything. And when he does, a lot of his receivers are giving up serious drops.
Yeah, no good weapons for him.
Yeah.
So in the receiving room.
I do have one on their side, which I'll refer to my notes real quick, but I'll touch on this later, is Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Tajay Spears is a weapon for them. Tajay Spears is a yards after contact king.
Yeah.
Capital K, capital I, capital N, capital G. He is a yards after contact monster. That whole game, he was consistently turning mediocre plays into explosive plays. So Tajay Spears, big shout out to you. That was an awesome performance to watch from you. That was great football by you.
Yeah, another guy I hope gets more touches down the road as well.
Yeah. Good on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, Steelers, Packers. Packers favored by 3.5. We took Packers plus points.
Yeah.
Obviously, they went in there and got the job done.
Yeah. And Rodgers facing his old team finally, and Jordan Love, freaking monster game.
20 straight completions.
20 straight completions.
Not tied the franchise record, new franchise record.
No, it was tied.
Okay, tied with Favre?
Tied with Favre.
Yeah.
360 yards passing. Tucker Kraft, another monster
National
game
Tight Ends Day.
on National Tight Ends Day. 2 touchdowns. Fortunately, I was playing him in fantasy, so I didn't like that, but
yeah,
kind of lost me my fantasy league, but
still, Tucker Kraft, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Steelers had such poor tackling that whole game.
Yeah, it was a very ugly game, and the score doesn't this game was dominated by the Packers.
Yeah.
Obviously, Steelers get a late touchdown in the 4th, but this game was dominated from start to finish.
Yeah.
By the Packers.
Yeah. Shout out to Romeo Doubs, continuing to put together good performances.
Yeah.
Not a huge game by him this time.
No, it wasn't.
But he's just, he's a solid wide receiver. I really like him going forward. Also, it's always kind of funny seeing him out there with the Guardian cap. But moving on, Commanders, Chiefs. We both took Commanders straight up.
Yeah.
Chiefs did what the Chiefs are doing. So
yeah, this game had I thought the Commanders had a little chance. 7-7 going in a half, but I don't know if Commanders know this or not, but there's 2 halves of football.
Yeah.
And they just did not show up that second half. So
no.
Chiefs run away with it. Mahomes, 2 interceptions. I think the first one was very much his fault. Second one obviously tipped off Kelsey's hands,
which is starting to become a little bit of a trend.
Yeah, but shout out Kelsey. He becomes tied with the Chiefs receiving touchdowns leader. So great on him. But yeah, Mahomes bounces back with 3 touchdowns in the second half for 300 yards passing.
Yeah.
And great job by the Chiefs defense too,
Yeah.
just doing what they do.
Yeah. Real quick note, Chris Jones, you got to stop crying all the time, man. Beginning of the game, the first shot that I see of this game is you at the national anthem just bawling. This one I kind of respect. Just a little bit of respect for America. Awesome. Love that. But gosh, man, every chance you get, you are just sobbing, and you got to stop that, dude. That's wild. Moving on, I want to give some NFL notes here, and I kind of want you. There's some of these are takes, some of these are just notes, but I want you to give your response to these takes. So my first take was, it's kind of like, I read these kind of like news lines. Mm-hmm. So Ward not bad, just no time.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that take. Obviously, we see this every time a rookie comes in. If they don't have an O-line, then obviously they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And that wide receiver core, like I just said, very mediocre.
His weapons are not great.
Yeah.
Running back pass is becoming a trend. David Montgomery has had a couple. Obviously, Breece Hall with that one.
Yeah.
It's starting to become a big trend. Derrick Henry has been popular for it for a while.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. His plays just always seem to work.
Yeah. You're seeing it more and more. I mean, Saquon has done it.
Yeah, Saquon's done it multiple times. Yeah.
So just, that one was kind of something that stood out to me. Harold Fannin Jr. is legit.
He is. I would also very much agree. Touchdown passes, or sorry, not passes. Touchdown receptions in multiple games.
Yeah.
I think the Browns are going to look to trade Njoku because of that too. Harold Fannin's going to be that guy.
And Njoku eats up a little bit more cap space than Fannin.
Yeah.
So
I completely agree with that.
Next one, Shedeur needs to start for Cleveland.
Well, you know how I feel.
I know.
We're talking about obviously Dylan Gabriel going up against a tough Patriots defense. So I don't think it's time for him to give it up to Shedeur yet, but it's getting close for me. It's getting close.
All right. Kirk looked horrible.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins looked atrocious in that game.
Very bad. I don't know what it was.
He was missing out there.
I don't think it helped also losing Drake London either.
True.
After Drake London, I mean, you have Darnell Mooney, who's kind of falling down to a receiver 3 at this point. Definitely not a receiver 2 like he used to be. So I would agree, though. Yeah, all right. Not a good game for Cousins.
This one is a little bit of a hot take. Healthy/fired up Tua is a top 5 quarterback. When he is healthy and when he's on, he is so accurate.
He is very nasty.
His timing is good. And I have been seeing this week in and week out. His ball fakes are incredible. The way that he is able to disguise a handoff and make it seem like he might be rolling out, he is very good at that. He is super good at that. He reminds me of Peyton in that way, because Peyton used to be very good with disguising a handoff as him rolling out. And obviously you've got, those couple of famous touchdowns, one in the Colts Super Bowl and then one for the Broncos against, funny enough, the Cowboys, when he tucked it, rolled out, and just had not a defender within 30 feet of him because his ball fake was so good.
Yeah, I don't think he would still be in the top 5 for me, but definitely top 10 easily.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn Jets defense is surprisingly bad.
Yeah, and this starts with Sauce Gardner not looking good. I don't know, which they still have the same guys from last year. I don't know what happened. But I would completely agree. They've given up a ton of points, which that's why I was not expecting this game against the Bengals to be that high scoring.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a very low scoring game. And
because Aaron Glenn, when he was with the Detroit Lions, had that defense firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And it's, maybe the biggest difference that he had over there was he had Aiden Hutchinson. But
you got Quinnen Williams now.
You do have Quinnen Williams. But
I think it's Quinnen Williams, and he has a much better defense in general because that Lions defense was very injured.
Well, and he has a number one corner.
Yeah.
Like, he has a bona fide number one corner.
Yeah.
Yes, Sauce Gardner has not been playing up to his full potential. However, he is still very, very good.
Very good. Yeah.
So I'm just so surprised by the fact that their D is giving up so much.
Yeah,
like, that's
too. I completely agree.
Blows my mind. This one is not a hot take at all. I had to say it. DK Metcalf contested catch is off the charts.
Yeah.
Anytime that there is a ball in his vicinity, he is going to catch it. He is so strong, and his ball skills are so good that he's coming down with it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not much needs to be said there. Yeah. Kicker's having a rough year.
Yeah. I don't know what's
a lot of missed field goals and a lot of missed extra points.
Extra points are what's really surprising. You saw the Giants kicker get canned. You can't miss 2 extra points. But yeah, no, the extra points are very surprising.
Yeah.
Even Bucker has had his struggles as well. So,
this one we've already talked about a bunch, but the tight ends showed out on tight end day.
Yep, they did.
Like all of them.
Like almost all of them.
Aronde Gadsden, Kittle, Tonjes, Tucker Kraft, Harold Fannin Jr., Njoku. I mean, they were all getting in the end zone. So impressive there.
Yeah, awesome stuff for them.
The Chiefs offense looks great against bad or depleted defenses.
You know, I'm actually glad you brought that up because that was something I meant to touch on. Was it's just always weird with how the Chiefs schedule falls. It seems like anytime they get a team, they're always either injury riddled or they lose a key player. Yeah. And with the Commanders, it was not having Jaden Daniels. Yeah. I think if Jaden Daniels plays this game, it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
But another note is Commanders defense was also had a lot of injuries. And then we go back to the Lions.
Yep.
A lot of injuries on their defense.
Ravens,
a lot of injuries to their defense.
Like they're amazing against bad or depleted defenses. When you look at them going up against the Chargers, a good defense with all their players, loss. Eagles, good team with all their players, loss. Like
even the Giants when they're healthy, they kind of gave them a run for their money.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me,
I completely agree.
That kind of shines out. I already gave you the Tajay Spears spiel.
Yeah.
If the Bengals had a defense, they would be scary for anyone.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And now one of their best defensive players, Logan Wilson's requesting a trade out of there. So it could get worse for them. But I mean, this Bengals team very well I think they need to be buyers.
Yeah.
At trade deadline. This team, like we were just talking about, AFC North is completely wide open now.
Yeah.
With the Steelers on a kind of a losing streak and a team we thought was gonna get above that 500 mark finally, and Mike Tomlin's kind of fallen back down to being an average team.
Yeah. This is one that I already kind of touched on with you as well. Ravens offense will only work with a highly mobile quarterback.
Yeah, and that's something to discuss for any team. Is there's just coaches that can benefit any quarterback, but there's teams that will only cater to one specific quarterback, and we see that with the Ravens. Obviously, the biggest example of that. If you don't have a quarterback who can cause defense to really think about who's getting the ball, then they're not going to do well.
Absolutely. Jordan Love, 20 straight completions, and they're not all gimmies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that can go out there and throw 20 straight completions if it's slants, a couple screen passes, a jet motion to their running back.
Yeah.
There's different stuff like that, but he was throwing it downfield.
Yeah.
Like these are legit throws, and he had 20 straight completions. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jordan Love he's a great quarterback. He'd definitely be competing for my top 10 for this year, which we can discuss later if you want.
And this one, all caps, blatant hold by Kamara in front of the ref, like just right in front of him, and officiating must be addressed. I don't know if it was one play, so I don't know if a lot of people caught it, but it was a downfield throw by Spencer Rattler. He had a ton of time, and it is because Alvin Kamara literally tackled an outside linebacker on the play in front of a ref who is supposed to be viewing the line, the backs, and the quarterback to make sure they do not commit any penalties. he was looking downfield at the receiver about to catch the pass. That is not your job.
Yeah.
You need to be calling what is happening in the backfield. And he just simply was not. And this is a much larger, widespread issue throughout the whole league, whether it comes to false starts, holdings, or, like we said, we already touched on the Jalen Hurts fumble, but the officiating crews have to tighten it up.
Yeah, no, for sure. I completely agree with that take as well.
Yeah. Moving into some college football notes from the past week. Carson Beck is back to business as usual. Just like I said, he looked how he does 98% of the time. 2%, you're going to get that game where he just blows up. But then he'll come back the next week and have a game like he did today. Or not today, but.
And Miami's a team that pretty much has to win out now if they want a spot for the ACC championship.
Yeah, that Louisville loss it looks bad.
It's going to look. And a game we didn't touch on in college too was that Virginia and North Carolina game. Virginia surviving against the Tar Heels, keeping their ACC championship hopes.
Literally alive. By inches survived.
And so Miami is going to need a loss from that Virginia team if they want to compete.
Joey Aguilar deep ball accuracy is elite.
Yeah.
He's putting it right on his receiver's face every single time when it is a ball that is over 30 yards. Like, it's incredible, his deep accuracy. And it certainly helps that he has Chris Brazzell and some of these guys, which, I'll just skip to that note. Chris Brazzell is great. He is probably one of the top 20 receivers in college football currently. He's so good, and he's part of the reason why that Tennessee offense is so explosive.
Yeah. That's a great game by Aguilar. 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He's a great quarterback.
Texas survives another nail biter. So we already kind of went over this, but that's 2 in a row where teams that they should not be letting hang in there, and they're letting them hang in there till the end.
Yeah, I think kind of a couple factors here is the Texas defense. They're strong with their front 7, their cornerbacks, and they were out their safety Taffy as well. So that was kind of a huge part. But obviously, this catered right into Mississippi State's hands, who, like we were talking about, they just love to air the ball. They're an air raid offense, and so it just kind of fell into their hands. And I think Texas defense is just not as great as what we thought they were, but their front 7 is where they are really solid at. But their corners are
gettable.
They're not the best.
This one, I hope I'm the first one to make this take. Probably not, but Kendrick Law at Kentucky is an explosive weapon with elite speed. He had a phenomenal game against Texas and Tennessee. My apologies. He had a phenomenal game against Tennessee and was just really out there getting after it. He is so explosive, such great speed. Can I get stats on him?
I don't know if it was Tennessee you saw, because Kendrick Law only had 1 carry for 13 yards. Dante Dow led the way with 12 carries for 52.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Look up somebody with the last name Law on Kentucky.
Okay. You're thinking he had a monster receiving game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said rushing. That's on me.
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, no. 2 receptions for 103 yards.
Yeah, 2 receptions for 103 yards. I mean, dude, that's insanity.
Yeah, let's see. If we look at his stats this year, he's 302 yards on just 24 receptions. So I
think that guy's going to have a breakout game. And, they were saying it even during the broadcast. That is one of their main keys to victory at Kentucky. When they talk about him, they talk about, hey, we need to get the ball to number 1 more often because he is so explosive with the ball in his hands. So I think that'll be a guy to look out for as things go ahead. Lane Kiffin, first top 10 road win as a head coach. Yeah. Pretty impressive, but also pretty wild that he's gone this long without getting one.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's just how deep, how hard it is to compete in the SEC. It's hard to get road wins.
Absolutely.
And it was awesome to see him do it against Oklahoma. I think it is a game where people thought that Ole Miss offense would kind of calm down a little, but man, their offense is very explosive.
Absolutely.
With Chambliss and Lacey.
Yeah. And this is one that we talked about at length, where like this was going to be a chess match between Lane Kiffin and Brett Venables, defense versus offense, and obviously Lane Kiffin went in there and won that chess match.
Yeah,
so
he sure did.
A&M is a playoff team.
Oh yeah,
this 4-game stretch that they've got to finish out the season is very, very, very 3-1-able.
Yeah. Yeah, let me go ahead and see who they have coming up.
Like they could win out, but it's easily 3-1-able.
I think, yeah. I mean, Missouri without Pribula, should be a win. South Carolina, Sanford, and then the only loss I could see would be at Texas.
Yes.
So yeah, I could easily see a 3-1. I think
I could also see a 4-0.
Yeah, absolutely. They could be undefeated going into the SEC championship game.
Yeah. Well, obviously, this take is prior to when he had his injury. However, I don't even want to disparage him because he's injured anymore. It was about Pribs. I'm not going to talk about it.
Right.
Bama has seen two of the best edge rushers in college football in the last couple weeks, and Ty Simpson has handled it like a champion.
Yeah.
Dylan Stewart, Zion Young, two of the best edge rushers in college football. That's probably 2 and 3 behind Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
And they went out there and showed out.
Yeah, it was awesome to see Ty moving around in the pocket like he did. People forget he's a dual threat quarterback, second ranked coming out of high school behind Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great to see him moving around and really controlling the pocket.
Yeah.
Obviously, there were a few times Dylan Stewart won just right away. But yeah, great job by Simpson.
Okay, Diego Pavia can win you a game, which what I mean by that is he can be the reason why you win a game. And I'll give you a little spoiler. My take was Pribs cannot win a game for you.
Yeah.
Pribula, if the game ends up being on his back, which, like I said, I don't want to disparage the guy. He's already injured. Yeah. But if the game is on his back, I don't like that situation. Versus if the game is on Diego Pavia to go win, he can win you a game on his own.
And he showed it against LSU.
Yeah.
Just as a guy who you want leading your team in a fourth quarter drive.
Yeah, you can put the game in his hand.
Yeah.
And this one just kind of like a last note for me, but announcers, you got to stop calling out streaks. Whether it's completion streaks, field goal made streaks, stop calling it out right before they make the kick or before they make the throw. Because every single time it's like, and that streak ends now. It's like, dude, stop doing it to him. Yeah. You're cursing him, and I hate it. I hate to see it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
All right. Let's move into
our pick'em.
This week's slate as far as college football. Let's pick our top 10 matchups, and then let's pick them.
All right, sounds good. I think this would be a kind of a good one to pick here is Penn State traveling to Ohio State. The reason why I believe this game could be a good pick'em is obviously Penn State's going in with nothing to lose. I mean, they're 0-4 in the Big Ten. And Penn State's Ohio State's defense coordinator just switched to Penn State this year. And so I think it's going to be a real good chess match between that Ohio State offense and Jim Knowles, defense coordinator at Penn State.
Okay. Who's favored here? Ohio State?
Ohio State's favored
by
20.5.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm going to take Ohio State to win until I see something happen otherwise. I mean, this is the top defense in the college football, only giving up like 5.9 points a game or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a game where I see Penn State just throwing the book like South Carolina did against Alabama.
Yeah.
And I think I will say Ohio State will win, but I will take a Penn State cover.
Okay. I'm taking Ohio State plus points here. I have faith in that Ohio State
Yeah.
offense to really just give it to them.
Yeah.
So, but okay. All right. All right. Moving on.
All right. A great SEC matchup as Vanderbilt travels to Texas to take on the Longhorns. Um, this is a game where Texas is favored by -2.5. Um, Obviously, we saw what could happen if you are able to contain Pavia from getting out of the pocket.
Yeah.
He's not the best passer when he's just standing in and getting pressured.
And as you were saying, that Texas defense in front is no joke.
Right, and this is a complete opposite game from what Texas did or what Texas had against Mississippi State. This is a game where this really plays into Texas's defense, I think, and I'm gonna take a Texas win here.
Okay.
I take them to win. I think because it's -2.5. I will take a Texas win, but I'll take a Vanderbilt cover. I think it's a 2017 ball game. I think it's a very defensive game.
All right. I think I'm gonna take Vanderbilt straight up just because, I mean, we're coming off of 2 straight weeks in a row where Texas has had big scares against super inferior opponents, and I don't think Vanderbilt is that. Vanderbilt is a much better team than Mississippi State or Kentucky. So I think Vandy comes out of here with a win, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's going to be close.
Really?
Yeah, I could see this being a 2-score Vandy game.
All right.
What do we get next?
I came across this Georgia-Florida game. The
classic rivalry there.
The spread is only at 7.5 for Georgia.
At Florida?
They are at Florida. Tough environment to play in. Obviously, though,
what was the spread?
It was -7.5.
Okay.
Obviously, Gunnar Stockton, though, is a beast, and I don't think Florida has the defense to contain all those weapons. So I'm taking a Georgia win and a cover by them.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same here.
Georgia's also coming off a bye, and they're probably going to be
rested, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah, I can see that. Sorry to all my Gator fans out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna get it done against Georgia. If I'm wrong, I'll come in here and do a Gator chomp for 30 straight seconds. You heard it here first.
Absolutely. I will match that as well. 18th ranked Oklahoma traveling to Tennessee, old Rocky Top.
Okay.
Let's see. The Volunteers are favored by -3.5. Obviously, what we were discussing earlier with OU's loss, their defense is maybe not as great as what we thought they were when they face a great offensive opponent. Tennessee's offense is on that same level as Ole Miss, I believe. Joey Aguilar is a beast. And John Mateertris isn't the same quarterback like he was at the beginning. So this is a Tennessee win for me and a cover.
Okay. So I have a almost 100% different take on this game. I think Tennessee and Ole Miss play a very similar style of football. Their offense is phenomenal, and they both play super up-tempo. I think that Oklahoma is basically coming off of a practice for this exact game. I think Oklahoma comes in there and gets the win. I think that Brett Venables is fired up and wants to go get a dub, especially with his defense playing well. So, and nothing against that Tennessee defense. I think that there's going to be a lot of chances for Mateer to gouge them in the scrambling game. As we have spoken about in the past, Tennessee plays a ton of man defense. When you've got man defense, you've got a lot of guys whose eyes are downfield or looking at the receiver, right? They're turned around, they're following that receiver. And when you've got backs turned to the quarterback, that's when you get gouged for these 10, 15-yard quarterback runs. And if Mateer can consistently pick those up and they can dink and dunk this Tennessee offense or Tennessee defense, because once again, one of the things that works very well against man is quick in-breaking routes and also quick out-breaking routes, but specifically quick in-breaking routes, slants, ins, some of those. And then I think that they'll be good for at least a couple explosives. Yeah. So I'm going to take Oklahoma here.
Dang, an upset in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Tennessee fans won't be happy to hear that.
They will not be happy about that.
One of the toughest places to play.
It is pretty tough. I've been there. Played.
Yeah.
355 touchdowns.
Another good game here in the Big Ten. USC traveling to Nebraska. USC's favored by -6.5. I think this is a game where USC's offense is going to bounce back. I think that they win this game, and I'm taking a win and a cover by USC in this game. I think Wayman Jordan also will have a monster game.
I think Dylan Raiola wants to go out and win, and I think he is a winner. I'm going Nebraska here. Give me the Huskers. Husker do, Husker don't.
And this is a game where USC, if they win, they're still in that hunt for the Big Ten championship game as well. So that's also another
high stakes here.
High stake game. And a late game, 17th ranked Bearcats travel to Utah. Yeah, I think Utah is without Dampier again. Obviously, they're
Bird came in and played phenomenal.
Dominated that Buffalo's defense.
He honestly has a very similar play style to Dampier.
Yes, he does.
Also, we need to make a correction there. I thought that it was pronounced like French. It is not Dampier. It is Dampier.
It is Dampier.
So, so that's on me.
My apologies.
Who's favored here?
So, the Utes are favored by -9.5. This is going to be a very good game, I think. Brendan Sorsby has played very well. 20 touchdowns, just one pick. So is the running back, Evan Pryor. He has almost 500 yards rushing on 66 carries.
I like Utah here.
Yeah, Utah is favored, or they are 80.5% favorites to win, according to ESPN.
Yeah, I like Utah here, and you know what? With Bird coming back, especially off the performance he just had, I like them plus points.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing in Utah, another hard place to play at. So, yeah, give me an upset. Give me the Bearcats to win the game. I think they win and stay undefeated in the Big 12.
Okay. All right, I like it.
How many games is that?
So we're at 5. Or 6, sorry.
All right, let's see if we can find 4 more.
Yeah, let's get a clean 10 games in here.
Those were all the top-ranked matchups. Could be a good one. Duke, Clemson.
Who's Bama play?
Bama is on a bye, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on a bye. Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta give Arkansas some love because they have competed very well.
Something we neglected to mention in our college football segment. Shout out, first Conference USA home win for our local Springfield, Missouri MSU Bears.
Yeah.
So Missouri State University bear down. So Mississippi State at
Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas's favored -4.5. This game I expect to be very high scoring.
Yes.
The over under 67.5. I think
Whew.
that's going to be way over. I think there's going to be this game could reach 80 points. I think
150 points in this game. I think
maybe. I think it's going to come down to a field goal. I think it's like 45, 42, maybe higher. But I think it is decided by a field goal, and I think the Bulldogs pull it out.
Okay.
I would take the Bulldogs straight up.
All right.
Win by a field goal.
I've got Hogs plus points. I'm saying this because of the performance that Taylor Green is coming off of.
Yeah.
I am so high on Taylor Green. He is still, in my opinion, probably like what I just said about Diego Pavia a moment ago, where I was talking about, okay, if there's one guy that you want to put the game in his hands on that Vandy team, obviously it's Diego Pavia. However, if there's one guy where you want to put the game in his hands in college football, give me Taylor Green every day.
Yeah.
He can get it done with his legs. He can get it done through the air. I mean, such a great player.
Yeah.
All right, who else we got?
Well, I just wanted to say that this is Missouri State's third Conference USA win.
First Conference USA home win, though.
Home win, okay.
Yeah. Against FIU.
My hearing is
no, you're good.
Horrible.
Got it done against the Panthers.
Yeah, and they have a good chance to make it to the USA championship game.
Really?
They're 3-1 in conference play, and they're fourth in their conference behind Western Kentucky, which losing to Western Kentucky is,
that definitely hurts.
Yeah, definitely gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Kennesaw State's number one. We play them at the end of the year, so that would be a big game.
Yeah, absolutely. That might be the deciding factor.
Yeah. And then there's Liberty. Liberty's a good Conference USA opponent.
Indeed.
They're also 2-1 in the Conference USA.
I'll tell you what, first year in Conference USA to go to the Conference USA championship would be huge for them.
That would be very huge. All right. Back on business.
What do we got?
And there's
not liking the matchups?
Just not the best game slate for a weekend.
Yeah.
Just enough to keep fans happy, though. I mean,
we got three more. I mean, give me some obscure ones if we need
Kentucky
to.
Auburn.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Auburn. I like that a lot. So Kentucky at Auburn?
Kentucky at Auburn. Auburn's favored by minus 11.5. Obviously, Hugh Frost is a guy that we didn't mention. He's on the hot seat down there.
Hugh Freeze,
sorry.
What are they favored by?
By minus 11.5. Okay.
Yeah, definitely hot seat guy.
Yeah, definitely on the hot seat. And yeah, I think Auburn gets a win here. I think I'm going to take them to win. I'll take them to cover. 11.5. Yeah.
I'm going to take Auburn with the Kentucky cover because they have been taking people down to the wire, you know, for the past couple of weeks. So what did you say? You got Auburn plus points?
Yes, Auburn plus points.
You know what? Screw it. I think this is the week that they finally get it done. Give me the Wildcats.
Full upset alert. That would really put Hugh Frost. He'd probably be gone if that happened.
Yeah. Also, any chance I have to root against Auburn, I'll take it.
Yeah, fair enough. Here's a good matchup. I am ashamed I didn't mention it. 10th ranked Miami going to SMU.
Okay.
I think this will be a very important game for Miami to stay alive.
Is Kevin Jennings healthy?
Let's look and see. I believe he is. Yeah, Kevin Jennings is healthy. Obviously, they're coming off that close loss to TCU.
Yeah. Miami's favored?
Miami's favored by 11.5.
Oof, I hate that line.
Yeah. I think this would be because SMU is another team who's in the running for championship. So
yeah,
I'm going to take the Hurricanes to win. I think I'll take it SMU to cover though.
I'm saying with you. Okay. And give me one more matchup, and that'll round up our 10 picks for the week.
All right. Let's do. All right. Here's a good one. Out of nowhere, Army and Air Force.
Ooh, little service bowl.
Little service bowl game here.
All right.
Air Force is favored by -1.5. I'll be honest, not a lot I know about these two teams.
I watched one game from Army this year and one game from Air Force this year. I think I watched Army versus Tarleton State.
Okay.
And that was a shocking upset. Tarleton State goes into Mikey Stadium and beats them.
Yeah, 2 overtime.
Yeah, double overtime. I mean, it was a thriller. It was a good game, but to get beat at home by a team that you paid money to bring in there, pretty disappointing. So
how about them beating your North Texas? So
that's my mean green, dude.
They also beat Kansas State at home too. So this is
what's Air Force's record right now?
Air Force is 2-5. Army's 3-4.
Okay.
Air Force coming off a win against Wyoming, 24-41. They've been in a lot of close games though. Like they lost to UNLV 51-48, lost to Navy 34-31, Hawaii 44-35. So
I think it was the UNLV game that I tuned into for Air Force, and Air Force's quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, is kind of a dog.
He's 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards passing. He is pretty solid.
Yeah. Who's favored here?
This is Air Force's favored. This is just a pick 'em though. It's -1.5.
Okay.
So either Air Force or Army.
Yeah. You know what? Let me hear your pick.
I'm rolling with Army.
Yeah, I was going Air Force anyway, so that's fine with me.
Yep, I'm rolling with Army. Go Army.
What's Air Force? The Air Force Eagles? Air Force Falcons? Yeah. Falcons. Fly, Falcons, fly.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm going to go plus points because if they win, it's going to be by more than 1.5.
Yeah.
And so that rounds out our top 10. So just to recap, we've got Penn State at Ohio State. Ohio State 20.5-point favorites. You've got Ohio State with the Penn State cover. I've got Ohio State plus points. Vandy at Texas. Texas favored by 2.5. Texas with a Vandy cover for you. I took Vandy straight up. We only agreed on 2 games this time.
A lot different.
A lot different than last week. Georgia -7.5 at Florida. We both took Georgia plus points. Oklahoma at Tennessee. Tennessee favored by 3.5. You took Tennessee plus points. I took Oklahoma straight up. USC favored by 6.5 at Nebraska. You took USC plus points. I took Nebraska. Cincinnati at Utah. Utah favored by 9.5. I took Utah plus points. You took Cincinnati for the upset there. Mississippi State at Arkansas. Arkansas favored by 4.5. You took Mississippi State for the upset. I took Hogs plus points. Or I guess that wouldn't really be an upset. It's just,
Yeah.
But
50-50 game.
Yeah. Kentucky at Auburn. Auburn favored by 11.5. You took Auburn plus points. I'm taking them Wildcats, and I want them to really beat the living hell out of Auburn, actually. But then we move into Miami at SMU. Miami favored by 11.5. We both took Miami with a Mustang cover. Army at Air Force. Air Force favored by 1.5. You took Army. I took Air Force plus points.
Yeah.
There we go. That's our college football slate. Let's go ahead and springboard into the NFL.
Yeah.
So obviously, first game, Ravens Dolphins
tonight. So by the time this is up, you will this game will already be done with. And let's see, with Lamar Jackson coming back, the Ravens are favored by -7.5.
Is it Ravens at Dolphins?
Ravens are at Dolphins, correct. It comes down to how Lamar will be coming back from injury. and also how well can Tua repeat his performance from last week.
And Ravens are favored here?
Ravens are favored by -7.5.
Okay. Lamar in his game returning, especially since he probably could have returned last week, but he gave himself an extra week of rest. I'm going to take Ravens plus points here.
Yeah, I would. Would agree with that. I think this is a Ravens team that's gonna be contending for the AFC North division, and I think it starts tonight.
So same pick, Ravens plus points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next game, we got the Bears traveling to take on the Bengals. This could be an interesting matchup here. The Bears are favored -2.5. DeAndre Swift and Rome Odunze are both listed as questionable right now.
Huh. Okay.
Let's see.
I don't like that.
Yeah, Swift didn't practice, or he didn't practice yesterday. Same for Odunze.
I'll tell you what, I don't like that, and I also don't like the Bears' defense. I think that Joe Burrow goes in here and throws for 400. Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco goes in here and throws for 400. I think that 130 of that is going to be to Jamar Chase, and I think that Chase Brown rushes for 100.
Well, so before you hold that pick, Flacco is listed as questionable as well. He also did not practice on Wednesday.
Whoa. Yeah. That changes my whole outlook.
And that was based off Zach Taylor, so he might. Let's see if he practiced today. Yeah, because I really need to know if Joe Flacco is.
Yeah, that
will make up my decision. Yeah, Flacco suffered an injury in their loss.
Yeah, he is elderly.
Let's see what they're saying.
If he's out, I'm going Bears plus points. That's not even a question.
Yeah, suffered an AC joint sprain.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
Yeah, I think he will be out.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. Because they have to keep him around. They're
Yeah.
gonna take this loss, and yeah. I'm going Bears plus points. The Bears could lose 2 more players, and I'd still pick them. The Bengals with what's his face are horrible. He can't get the ball to anybody.
Yeah. I think with Joe Flacco probably out this game, I will take the Bears to win and cover the 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, tough loss for the Bengals.
Yeah, because right now they're in contention. They're getting farther and farther away.
Yeah. A little NFC North competition between the Vikings traveling to Detroit, take on the Lions. The Lions are favored by -8.5. I think I need to look and see if
the
JJ McCarthy is.
The Lions are favored by what?
8.5.
Okay.
I need to look see if JJ McCarthy's back in the lineup. Because,
should be. He's out there jumping over players on the sideline. So.
Yeah. So JJ McCarthy's back.
Okay.
Carson Wentz is on IR.
I still didn't really like what I saw from JJ McCarthy early in the season.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, obviously the Lions, I think, are gonna get all over him. Pause. But yeah, I think the Lions defense will dominate the Vikings, and I will take the Lions to win, and I'll take them to cover as well.
Yeah, I'm going there too.
Hopefully, though, JJ McCarthy will just get the ball up to Jay Jettis.
Yeah,
that would be very nice.
I mean, if he makes it a good game, I'd be very impressed.
Yeah,
I need my boy out there, Sam Laporta. I need him to go off.
Yeah.
Also,
I hope not, because
Demo. Yeah, we're playing each other.
I think it'll be a good game with us.
Yeah.
The Panthers traveling to Green Bay, take on the Packers. I don't think much needs to be said about this game. Packers are favored minus 13.5.
Based off what the Bills just did to them.
Yeah.
Is Bryce Young back?
Bryce Young is back.
Okay.
I don't think that really plays much of a factor.
I think it does. They're a different offense with him. Yeah.
I just think that the Packers defense is gonna just
That's true.
go, especially their D line. I think they're gonna rush all over that Panthers O line. So, with that being said, I'm taking a Packers win and a cover at 13.5.
All right.
It's gotten bigger since it first opened because it started at 11.5.
Yeah, you swayed me. You swayed me. Okay. Green Bay plus points.
The Chargers traveling to Tennessee, take on the Titans. Once again, another game that I don't really think needs to be talked about much.
Chargers are favored by what?
They're favored by minus 9.5. Obviously, Chargers defense is really good.
Yeah.
And so it's a Chargers win and cover for me.
Yep.
Again, hoping for a big game from Vidal and
Gadsden.
I'm at a tough point right now with my lineup this weekend because I don't know if I should put Gatson in. I also got Bowers. I could potentially start as well. He's back from his injury, so I got a big decision to make.
If I was the one making the decision, and this is my honest feedback, and this is kind of obvious, anybody could say this, but there's two possibilities. Either Gadsden puts together 3 phenomenal performances and it's worth starting him.
Yeah.
Or, I wouldn't say he has a major fall off, but like to have another performance like he has the past 2 games, I don't know how likely that is. Especially now that teams are starting to figure out about him.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of faith in that Tennessee defense either.
No, I don't either.
So and who are the Raiders playing?
So the Raiders are,
we'll see that in a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and then I got Jake Furgerson as well.
Okay.
So it's a tough situation.
Yeah, you got a real tight end room there.
I do. I need to trying to make some trades, but hopefully someone gets on and looks at it.
Yeah.
Back on topic, Falcons traveling to New England. Michael Penix is listed as questionable for this game. He was limited. I think he'll play.
Yeah, especially after the way that Kirk just played. What's the line?
The line is Patriots minus 4.5. Drake London, I think he was limited as well. Hopefully, he'll play. With those two, I don't think it really matters much because this Patriots offense is, with Drake May at the helm, is just very good.
And their D is looking good.
And their defense is looking good. So this is a Patriots win and cover.
Yep. I'm agreeing with you there.
Yeah, definitely a lot more agreement going on. But
yeah,
I mean,
this is about the opposite of our college football takes.
This is a lot more like obvious wins.
I think a lot of these are. We'll get to some good games here in a second. I feel it.
Yeah, hopefully, and I think a little good game here is 49ers traveling to New York. Let's see, the line is 49ers are favored by minus 2.5. Although ESPN gave the Giants a 56% chance of winning this game.
Niners are favored by 2.5?
Yeah. I think it just depends on how Tyrone Tracy is. I think if he can run the ball just like, obviously he's not as good as Scatabo.
Yeah.
But I think if he's very effective, this could go in the Giants' way.
However, which Tyrone Tracy has already had one good game this year.
Yeah. However, I think McCaffrey has a bounce back game, and I take the Niners to win and cover the 2.5.
I think. Yeah, I was going to do another pick just to switch it up, but I don't believe it, so I'm going Niners plus points as well.
Brock Purdy might be back for this game too. Yeah, he's been limited, so we'll see if he comes back for this game. But
And
if not, Mac Jones is still thriving.
And we still have to look at that conversation of, if Purdy comes back and looks mediocre,
Yeah,
I'm sticking with Mac.
Absolutely, I completely agree. The Colts traveling to take on the Steelers. Two teams at the top of their respective conferences.
Colts are favored by what?
Colts are favored -3.5.
That's a strange line.
It is a strange line. It's a little worrisome.
That's a really strange line. You know what? Okay, so I'll say this. Colts, up to this point, have had the Broncos were a good test.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else have they played?
Let's see. The Broncos, the Rams, which they lost to them by a touchdown.
Okay.
The Chargers were a good test for them as well, I believe.
How close was that game, Chargers?
It was 38-24. The Colts won.
Okay.
Obviously, they lost to the Rams. But it wasn't it wasn't close. The Chargers get late touchdowns in that game.
I think this is a good matchup. I think Vegas knows something here.
I think it does, and I think Steelers coming off 2 losses.
Are we about to agree again? Because I'm going with the Steelers straight up here.
Are you going Steelers straight up? The Colts are just a team
The Colts are rolling right now, but I mean they've got to lose some games eventually, and I think maybe one of them comes right here in Pittsburgh.
I don't take the Colts to win, but I'll take the Steelers to cover the 3.5.
All right, first different pick here. Okay.
All right, we got the Broncos traveling to Houston, take on the Texans. It's a 50-50 split. Texans are favored by -1.5. That's wild.
I wonder if
wild spread.
I wonder if Pat Surtain being out has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know he's going to be out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can never pick against my Broncos though, so that's going to be Broncos for me. And the line is super close, anyways.
Yeah, it's just pretty much a pick'em game. Man.
I think Houston, coming off of a great offensive performance, I think that they're going to test that Broncos defense.
Yeah.
But we did also just play the most explosive offense in the league and held them to 20 points.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is the Cowboys are Swiss cheese on defense versus the Texans are probably second or third best defense in the league.
I look at this as more of who's going to be better on the defense. And I think the Broncos offense is better. Far better, I should say. I think this is going to be a tough matchup for CJ Stroud. I think it's a lot better for Bo Nix.
Yeah.
So once again, it comes to which O-line can handle the pass rush of the other team, and unfortunately, the Texans don't have the.
Yeah, I have way more faith in Garrett Bowles, Quinn Miners, all these guys. I have way more faith in them to protect Bo Nix than I do in the Texans O-line to protect CJ Stroud.
So sorry, I'm taking the Broncos as well to win.
There we go.
Here we go. So the Jaguars Raiders. So you're talking about Raiders coming off, or I think both teams coming off a bye. Raiders get Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers back, and I think that
who's favored?
So Jaguars are favored -2.5. Man, that is just kind of a gross game to look at.
I mean, Vegas, the Raiders look horrible. They really do.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Jags this year have faced a good pass rush against the Chiefs and came out on top. I think that they do the same here. I think that the Jags defense can hold up against this pretty stagnant Raiders offense. I mean, how many points scored do they have in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I guess it'd be
Because they scored 0 against the
and 10,
Chiefs. So 10 points over the past
and then
2
6
weeks.
before that, so
16 points over the past 3 weeks. Yeah, give me the Jags. I don't even know why I thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking too much until I see the Raiders offense. I mean, it'll be a good test to see like what they can do with Bowers and Myers, but
yeah,
until I see it, yeah, I'm going Jaguars as well.
Jags plus points.
Plus points.
All
right. Saints traveling to take on the Rams. Yeah, not really a game to be discussed. Tyler Shuck making his first official start. Unfortunately, it's against one of the best offenses in the league.
Rams are favored by how much?
By 14.5.
Oof.
And the Ravens have, or sorry, not the Ravens. The Rams do have a very good defense.
Yeah.
Puka's might be back for this game as well. So that's just another weapon for them. So I'm taking the Rams to cover. I think they win by. I see them win by 20.
I'm taking Rams with a Saints cover. The reason I say that is because just thinking about it, I think that the Saints do have weapons. Yep. They've got Olave, or Olave's out, right? Yeah.
No, I think Olave, he's been playing. I don't think he had an injury designation on it. Go back and look.
Because you're looking at Rashid Shaheed, which one of the fastest players in the NFL.
Yeah, no, Chris Olave's.
He's there?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, so they've got Olave, they've got Rashid Shaheed, they've got Kamara, who, even though he's not playing like he used to, he's still a good player. I think that they can score a couple points, and I think seeing what their defense did in the first half to the Bucs, if they can play a full game like that, I could see this being semi-close. I still think it'll probably be Rams by like maybe a touchdown and a field goal. But like if this was a 10.5 line, I would be a little bit more apt to pick Rams plus points. But I'm going to go Rams with the Saints cover, and then you've got Rams plus points.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the game of the week. Game's always exciting.
The Bills, Chiefs. Chiefs going to Buffalo.
Yeah. Chiefs are 1-2 on the road though, so that's always a factor I play in. Buffalo's a tough place to play too, and the Bills fans are going to show out for this game.
Who's favored?
They got Chiefs favored at -2.5. So
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, this obviously it's always an exciting game. A lot of big plays.
The only thing is, like, as one of my takes is, what I said, the Chiefs have looked great against horrible defenses.
Yeah.
And the Buffalo Bills have a good defense.
Yeah.
Not the best in the league by any means, but certainly above average. And they have an offense that is scoring at a rate, close to the highest in the league.
Yeah.
I'm taking I'm taking Buffalo straight up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo as well.
Okay.
I don't think it's a must-win game for Buffalo, but I think
it's definitely important.
It definitely is a very important game for them.
And it's just, it's an important game mentally every year.
Yes, absolutely.
For both of these quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, yes, I know that the all-time series is led by Mahomes. But, Josh Allen is a great quarterback, and I know that Mahomes hates it when he wins.
Yes.
So, I mean, if the Bills can get this done, I think that would be a huge mental boost for them.
Yeah, these two quarterbacks kind of just take me back to when my guy Tom Brady and Peyton Manning used to compete
Face off all the time
against each other. So it's very fun to always watch this game.
And that wraps it up, right?
No, so we're on to Sunday night where the Seahawks travel to the Commanders, which I kind of wish this game would get flexed. It'd be fun to see the Chiefs Bills game, but at night. But Seahawks are favored -2.5. Commanders though are favored by 57% to win this game.
That's the public.
That is ESPN analytics.
Okay.
Analytics.
Jaden Daniels back for this one.
Jaden Daniels back.
Seahawks. Sam Darnold still playing well.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith-Njigba still probably best receiver in the league.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Scary Terry is out again.
Okay. Terry's out again. Debo, they still have him.
Yeah.
This one is tough. I think the Seahawks go in there and get a win.
I agree. I think the Seahawks go in and cover the 2.5. There's such a good team with JSN. The JSN and Sam Darnold connection is just a whole nother level.
And I mean, not to forget Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, great. Nasty combination in the backfield. Then lastly, we'll go to Monday Night Football, where the Cardinals take on the Cowboys. Kyle Murray, I think, is back for this game. I don't think it matters, though. I think this Cowboys team is going to be looking for redemption. The line is only -2.5, though. So
for the Cowboys?
For the Cowboys. But I think it's easily covered by the Cowboys there.
Yeah.
Looking for, like I said, they're looking for a redemption game. And
I still think the Cardinals might score a lot.
Yeah.
I could see it being a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
But I still think Dallas takes it. If this is a shootout, I'm going to choose Dallas.
Absolutely.
But like we just said, worst defense in the league for Dallas. Mm-hmm. So I do think that Trey McBride will get a lot of touches. Marvin Harrison will get a lot of touches.
Yeah.
I think that the Cardinals honestly might have a good offensive game, but I mean Dallas is just too good. So you're going Dallas plus points?
I'm going Dallas plus points.
Me too. So that wraps up our NFL slate. This one, literally the exact opposite of college football. College football, we only had 2 that were the same. This one, we had 2 that we differed on.
Okay.
So we've got Ravens favored 7.5 at Dolphins. Ravens plus points, both of us. I'll just say it if it's different. Bears favored 2.5 at Bengals. Bears plus points. Vikings at Detroit. Detroit favored by 8.5. Detroit plus points. Panthers at Green Bay. Green Bay favored by 13.5. Green Bay plus points. Chargers favored 9.5 at Tennessee. Chargers plus points. Falcons at New England. New England favored 4.5. New England plus points. 49ers favored 2.5 at the Giants. 49ers plus points. Colts favored by 3.5 at Pittsburgh. I took Pittsburgh straight up. You've got Colts with a Pittsburgh cover. Broncos at Houston. Broncos straight up. Jags favored by 2.5 at Las Vegas. Took Jags plus points. Saints at Rams. Rams favored by 14.5. You took Rams plus points. I took Rams with the Saints cover. Chiefs -2.5 at Buffalo. Buffalo straight up. Seahawks -2.5 at Washington. Seahawks plus points. Cardinals at Dallas. Dallas favored by 2.5. Dallas plus points.
Yep.
And that wraps up the old Sunday slate.
Sunday pick'em.
So now go into let's go contenders versus pretenders.
Yeah.
And we're going college football right here.
College football.
Let's look up the We'll do contenders versus pretenders in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree. I
Okay.
think it's solid to the top 10. So like our first team obviously will be Ohio State.
Contender.
Easily contenders.
As we were talking about earlier, like they don't have the same depth that Bama does at wide receiver.
Yeah.
However, their top two versus anybody's top two in the nation,
Easily.
it's definitely going to be them. I mean, you've got Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate that are both, I mean, they're playing out of their minds.
Both first-round draft picks easily. Indiana.
I think they're a contender.
Yeah, I think they're contenders as well.
With Fernando Mendoza on your team, I mean.
And Fernando Mendoza, Roman Hemby.
Yeah. That's their running back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good.
Elijah Surratt, great wide receiver.
And their defense has been playing pretty well.
Yeah, they have a very good defense as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, easy contenders. The Aggies.
Contenders.
Yeah.
Undefeated right now and have a chance to go undefeated for the season. So, I mean, I think they're definitely a contender.
Yeah, I agree. Bammer.
Contender.
Yeah. I'm going to say it every week. The one thing I hope to see them improve on is that rushing game. But
yeah, if they can get that run game hammered down and really get Jam Miller in a flow, that would be huge because Jam Miller, he's beat up. He's been playing the whole season hurt. So you have to keep that in mind. Also, I'd like them to utilize Daniel Hill more.
Yeah.
Daniel Hill is a big back. I think big back. I think that he is 6'4", 220, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he is a big dude. Tank. So feed him the rock, let him go run dudes over. Yeah. Actually, I think he's 240.
Yeah,
he's a big dog.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he is 240. But with Ty Simpson and that wide receiver core, yeah, they're going to be contenders for me.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Georgia's in like a gray area for me.
I agree. This is like the first time we get to. I think we definitely get to a gray area.
Yeah, because on their best day, they can run with anybody.
Yeah.
But on their worst day, that's tough. And I mean, you could say that about any team. Mm-hmm. However, like if I look at Ohio State, on their best day, they're probably one of the best teams in college football, if not the best.
Yeah.
But on their worst day, they're still beating a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Georgia, like, man, when they can't run the ball, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
In big trouble. And if Gunnar Stockton has an off game, once again, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
So I like them. I don't like their depth in the wide receiver room. Mm-hmm. Really, their only major weapon is Zachariah Branch. I mean, you've got your tight end Lawson Lucky, who he's also very good. But I mean, that's really it in the passing game. So I'd say gray area.
This is a team for me. I'm still gonna say they're contenders.
Okay.
I think they just always find a way to win, and when it comes to playoffs, I think they have a pretty good chance of.
I mean, Kirby Smart has undisputed championship DNA.
Yeah, and that team is gonna be able to compete very hard to make it to the CFP.
Yeah,
or not CFP, the national championship. Oregon.
Pretender.
I think they're pretenders as well. The game we didn't touch on, maybe we should have, but I'll just quickly hit it. They go into Wisconsin and they only win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So not that it's anything bad.
It's still a win,
it's a win,
but they could have made it more convincing.
Yeah.
I like Dante Moore. I think he's a great quarterback. I honestly think their wide receiver room is really good. I think they're great at all the skill positions. I don't know if they have the big boys up front to get it done when it comes playoff time.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're pretenders. Ole Miss.
Contender.
Yeah, I would say they're contenders as well.
That offense is so high powered.
Yeah, just like what we saw them do against OU. And this is another team that could be, it'd be 12-1. Going into college football playoffs, they have an easy schedule remaining.
This is one of those teams where like their offensive upside like it trumps, if their defense has a bad day. Because if they end up in a shootout, they will beat you.
Yeah.
Like that Lane Kiffin offense, they will scheme up a way to beat your defense. It's just what they do.
Yeah. Georgia Tech.
Pretender.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is gonna be very tough for Georgia Tech to, I think, even make it to the CFP. Honestly,
I think the thing that sucks about their team is like their success or defeat hinges on one player. And not only like his performance, but like he's taking, and I'm talking about Haynes King, obviously. He's taking such big hits on a regular basis.
Yeah.
He's always playing beat up.
Mm-hmm.
When he walks off the field after a game, he looks like he just went to war.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's a warrior, though.
He is a warrior. He's tough. He's built for this. But like, if he got injured, you're looking at another Jordan Travis situation where it's like, man, could we even like reasonably let you in because you have one player that the whole offense runs through.
Yeah.
And if you don't have him, can you still get it done?
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I want to look at their schedule real quick, because I know they have Georgia, which that will be a huge game on whether they get in or not. I mean, they play NC State this weekend. Grant, it's a non-conference game.
Yeah,
I believe is how they are playing it. But I mean, they could easily go to the CFP. And they got NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and then I think even if they lose to Georgia, but they win the CFP,
conference championship.
Yeah, I don't like you saying CFP. This is a team that's going to be in, and I think they don't necessarily have to beat Georgia. I think they put up a good fight.
It would be huge if they beat Georgia.
It would be very huge, and probably I'll guarantee them.
That stamps your ticket right there.
Yeah. But yeah.
I think that stamps your ticket. If you beat Georgia, even if you take 2 other losses, like if they finish 10-2 and only have or 9-2, right?
No, you're right.
10-2. Yeah. If they finish 10-2, but they have a win against Georgia, they still have their win against oh my God, what was their big win this year?
I mean, their big win was against Clemson, but
that doesn't look as good now.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good now.
But like, I don't know. If you have a win against Georgia though, and you go 10-2, I would be hard pressed to say no.
Yeah, I agree. Then you got Vanderbilt,
contender. Gotta say it.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I can't say that they're contenders.
Really?
I think they're pretenders. It's been a great season for them, but yeah.
What area of their team makes you think they're a pretender?
Well,
I think for me, if it was anything, it would be the defense.
It'd be defense, but it also comes down to if Diego Pavia can't extend plays, if he doesn't have time to throw the football, then we saw against Mizzou, then they're only able to put up 17 points. And there's certain teams that won't work against. Yeah. There's just too many good teams in the league that I don't think they would be able to.
I like your take. You've swayed me a little bit. I'd say they're pretenders, yeah.
BYU.
Are we outside the top 10 now?
No, BYU
this is 10?
Jumped up into the top 10.
Ooh, Bear Bachmeier? As long as you got number 47 at quarterback, you're a contender.
Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought Texas Tech and BYU played this weekend. I was like, how did we not touch that game?
No.
But they play next weekend. That would be a very good test for them.
If they win that game, that's like a stamp your ticket game.
Yeah, if they win that game, then they're gonna be easily contenders for me. But BYU still has a game against Texas Tech, and then they got Cincinnati. So if they lose to Tech 2 times, then I think we might not even see BYU in the playoffs. So I'm gonna put them as pretenders. I don't think they can
Whoa.
beat Tech. I don't think they'll be able to beat Tech.
You don't believe in my
Um,
boy Bear?
I don't. I think Tech is one of the best or defenses in the league. Or I say
Wow,
league
dude.
in
I
college
think
football.
Bear might take home a natty for the Mormons over there.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. But yeah, that rounds off the top 10.
All right. All right. Well, top 10 or top 5 quarterback list.
For college?
College football top 5 quarterback list.
Right.
Right now, I've got my top 10 or top 5 ready.
All right.
I'm going to go currently Ty Simpson, number 1. Ty Simpson is my number 1 for many reasons, but it's because he's playing on time, he's getting the ball out quick, it's accurate, and he has the ability to make something out of nothing when he has to.
Yep.
There's been a couple weeks in a row where he has had a play where he scrambles out of bounds, not out of bounds, but scrambles towards the sideline,
Right.
gets the DN to bite,
Yeah.
and then just flicks it over him for a first down.
Yeah.
Like, that is top tier talent. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with Fernando Mendoza. I think he is a true elite passer.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is just so good, and obviously their record shows it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
give me the bulldozer at number 2. Number 3, this is where it starts getting a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
But number 3 for me, and just strictly based off quarterback play, I'm going to go Gunnar Stockton. And this is probably one that'll surprise people, but Gunnar is a heart player. Like, he plays with so much heart, and every single game he lays it out on the line. And I love that about him. I think that he's great.
Yeah.
Number 4, I'm going to go with Talon Green. I think, like I said earlier, if there's a guy in college football that I would like to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line, give me Talon Green. The only reason he is not higher is because I do not think his passing ability is quite on the same level as the 3 dudes above him.
Yeah.
Number 5, I almost want to do a tie here, but I got to choose one.
Yeah.
So for me, realistically, it's between Carson Beck and Haynes King. Now, Haynes King is another one of these guys like Gunnar Stockton that he's just, dude, he's got so much guts. And like you said, he's a warrior.
Yeah.
He gets out there and he fights for Georgia Tech. Those guys love him. They love to play with him because they know that he is never going to give anything less than 110% effort. And that's huge. However, Carson Beck, like I said, he'll have a blow-up game every once in a while. But the rest of the time, he is rock solid. And for that reason, with his weapons, I'm going to have to go Carson Beck.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that list at all. I think Gunnar Stockton's definitely up there. But for me, my 1 and 2 are the same.
Okay.
Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, I agree with everything you said. They're just 2 guys who are able to put up big numbers and will their team to wins. I mean, Fernando Mendoza, almost 2,000 yards passing, 24 touchdowns on just 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it's huge.
Ty Simpson I think he only has 1 pick, 2,100 yards, 20 touchdowns. Yeah, just the 1 interception.
Yeah.
But my number 3, I know he had a little bit of a down game against Wisconsin, but I'm still going Dante Moore as my 3rd quarterback. Let's see. Currently, 1,800 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, just 4 picks. I think he's a big reason why the Ducks are 7-1 and why he's going to be a big help for them getting to the CFP.
All right.
Number four.
3, 4, 5 is where it starts to get hard.
It does get hard.
1 and 2, I think consensus, and chime in the comments.
Yeah.
But I think consensus 1 and 2 is Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Whether you have them in that order, that's up to debate. But I mean, I think that is the bona fide top 2 in the country.
Yeah, and I talked about guys who are able to help their team win, and this wasn't a guy I didn't think of, but we talked about the Bearcats team against Utah, and I talked about how Cincinnati could win. It's because Brendan Sorsby, my fourth best quarterback, receiving that 1,800 yards, passing, 20 touchdowns to just 1 pick. If he gets this win in Utah, or I guess I should say if the Bearcats get this win in Utah, it will be because of him. So I like it. That's my fourth quarterback on the board there. And then obviously if still rolling with top 5, I had him last time we did this. Haynes King, number 5.
All right.
Like we just said, like guys leading his team and rushing and passing yards. He's 1,500 yards passing for 7 touchdowns, and then 650 yards on the ground for 12 touchdowns on 113 carries. So, yeah, just a guy who will go down as arguably the Yellow Jackets' best player.
Yeah.
It's just been super fun watching him, and we'll see what he can do.
And I'm gonna give myself one honorable mention here. Yeah. And that honorable mention is going to go to Bear Bachmeier.
Yes, I would completely agree.
Because I mean, he's young, and he is continually finding ways to get his team a victory, whether it's overtime and he's jumping over dudes, or just fighting his way to wins. I have a lot of respect for the guy.
Yeah.
He's a father, which I did not know that. He's very young, but he is a dad. And shout out to the Bear, man. Give me more Bear.
If I'm doing a honorable mention as well, it would go to Julian Sayin.
Okay.
Just saying. He's that guy. And yeah, sure, maybe it's because of Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, but I do think he will be. Once again, the guy's I think he's a redshirt freshman or sophomore. I don't remember.
I think I don't know.
I think he's a redshirt freshman.
I think he is.
But regardless, he's a young guy, and he's out there performing for the best team in the nation. And I think I would switch my 3 and 4. I think Haynes King would go above Brendan Sorsby.
Okay.
So King would be, my 4-5. King would be 4.
Yeah.
And then 5 would be Sorsby.
No, I got what you're saying.
But
I think, what would be an interesting what if? So initially, Julian Sayin's commitment was he had a verbal to Bama.
Yeah.
Imagine if those two swapped places. I wonder how much different things would be. I love Ty Simpson, and I'm glad that Bama got him in the end. And we've had him for a while. He sat for 4 years behind multiple different quarterbacks and learned, and it's all paying off. However, I just there is a part of me that I'm like, man, what if we would have gotten Julian Sayin? Would he be as good? Would he be anywhere close to as good? And Ty Simpson, I don't think was ever approached by Ohio State. However, if he was, and if he went there with him and Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, I wonder what he would be doing over there.
Yeah.
So just kind of a what if they flipped. But I love Ty Simpson. I wouldn't want to have any other quarterback in the nation under center for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, I agree.
So that rounds it out.
Yeah.
That is the third installation of Michael and Austin Football Podcast.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I certainly enjoy having you on every week.
Absolutely.
We'll come back to the prediction book next week. We'll see what we got here. But
Enjoy
for
your
now,
weekend. Have a great weekend. Enjoy some football.
signing off.